Welcome back, everyone. This is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, here with another video, and we've had an update. January 23rd, 2024 has given us a new update, and we're going to go over these update notes together. First off, update number one, we have Archipelago raid optimizations. First of all, we knew this thing needed to be optimized again. Let's see what they have in mind. Added Archipelago Hunt to day 3 of Archipelago Raid, which is probably the most boring day. It's the end of Phase 1. Special zombie armies will spawn in the central zone of the map. Central zone? So, okay, kill them to earn points. Legion bonuses that can be used in Phase 2 will be given based off the Legion point rankings when the event ends. So it gives people the added incentive to fight in the center. Completely understand that, plus with its field fighting, it means that there's going to be less dead troops. However, it also means there's going to be less dead troops to have healed for you at the end of Phase 1. We all know that's a problem. Number 2, optimized matchmaking mechanism. Commander equipment and hero armament will be taken into account. Okay, so that means that your equipment and hero armaments weren't taken into account before. That's stupid. That also explains why some alliances were having such a hard time with against other legions, because they were against legions with much better armaments and equipment than them. But it wasn't being factored in. It was only going based off power. And I'll tell you right now, 50 million power with armaments versus 50 million power without is two completely different levels of strength. That being said, and granted, that gets a lot bigger of a difference once you get up into the higher mites. I was just giving an example. 3, other optimizations. Added push notification for when base warehouse refreshes. That would be awesome. Archipelago raid rankings will be displayed when the event ends. Okay, that should have been a case before. Optimized level 8 Lush Sanctum first capture reward. All commanders of the same faction can receive it. This should have been the case from the beginning. The idea that one legion can capture the level 8 and only that legion would get the rewards for it was absolutely ridiculous. The whole faction should get the rewards for it so that there's less of a diplomacy push between legions in order to see who gets the reward. Alliance system optimizations. For number 2, players can join any region's alliances. Players can stay in alliance when immigrating. Players can join events such as Archipelago Raid, Recovery of Pompeii, and Alliance League regardless of the region you're in. If you can't understand what that means, it means if I'm in region 164, if I wanted to go back to region 6 and join that region's alliance, my old one at MOB, I can do that without immigrating. If I join an alliance here in 164, which I have, and I immigrate, I won't leave that alliance. And I can join my alliance in events such as Archipelago Raid, Recovery of Pompeii, and Alliance League, regardless of where I am. So that just means I can immigrate to... that means good and bad things. Good things. I can still benefit from the alliance technology of the alliance that I'm a part of, if it applies to me. Now, some of it is territory based, I understand that, but it does mean that I get everything else. It also means that I get all of the helps, all of the alliance gifts if I'm in a larger alliance. All of those bonuses you get from being in an alliance, especially a more active one, I can keep those regardless of where I go. Cons. There's less of an incentive now for me to not go to a lower region, one of the 200s, 300s, and mess with their individual events. Top Commander is not included here. That means I can still participate in Top Commander or any of the other events that they've got going on down there and mess with their rankings. Granted, I'm not a spender, but spenders can do that while not losing any of their benefits of being in an alliance. I understand the desire to want to make sure that alliances can play with each other across regions and especially if you've got friends that joined later than you did when you were making your alliance or whatnot. However, they didn't put limitations on this again, and it's going to cause problems. Anyways, new legendary infantry heroes, Scorched Earth Wanderer, Miyamoto Doichi, and Viking Heart Riven. Commanders will be available to meet on January 29th, the new Top Commander event next week. I called it. I already called this. I'll be making the first look for both of these heroes later on today. I will get this video out first and then work on that one. New squad skin, Galactic Battleship. We're getting weird now. New troop skin, Rider Squad Hacker. I'm going to have to look at both of those. Mass Deploy Optimization. Added an interval between each deployment when using Mass Deploy. Why? Okay, we're going to test those three out first. Let's go to the skins. March skin, Galactic Battleship. Is it cool? Yes. Is it also ridiculous? Also yes. Mechanical Dragon? Dragons are just cool. You get that. Battleships? I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't like it being too futuristic. Yes, this is a dragon. If it was a real dragon, I would be even happier with this. But I'm settling for mechanical. This is just a little bit too sci-fi for the style of game we're currently playing. Now, the other one was a Rider Squad Hacker. Oh, hey, cool. We got a motorcycle. Like a fancy motorcycle. Bucky, is that you? No. I know this is going for like a cyberpunk kind of look, but at the same time, we're shifting more away from a zombie game into a sci-fi zombie game. And I don't know if I'm happy about that. So, do with that what you will. And of course, we're going to check what this does. Oh, March, Mass Deploy. Actually, I'll just park it over here. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. One of the reasons I like Mass Deploy is because it marches things out at the same time. Yes, it does solve one problem, because the first march I sent out is the one that was listed up top. So yeah, I mean, it makes sure that your tankiest march is the one that comes out first and hits your target first, if it's the fastest, of course. But otherwise, I primarily have been using the Mass Deploy to go hit zombies. I want them all, especially for my daily events, the daily stuff. I don't know. So I don't really... I'm yes and no on that. But with that and of course other bug fixes and optimizations that they don't tell you about. So that's the update for this version 1.27. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please expect my hero videos to be coming out shortly. I'm going to be working on those today. But with that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.